Tabane Masuku argued that Motsoeneng didn't ask for the success fee and that it was the prerogative of the employer, the SABC's Governance and Nominations Committee in this case, to pay Motsoeneng a success fee for the multi-million rand contract he clinched with MultiChoice. He told the court that it was unfair that the SABC deprived Motsoeneng of his pensions. He argued that there are exceptional circumstances for the SCA to reconsider this case.
It is the prerogative of an employee to decide how to reward employees who go beyond the call of their duty. We start there. So what was SABC actually doing when they were giving him a success fee? They had looked at what he had done, which is not disputed by the SABC, and they said, well, you know, given the financial status of SABC, he's now established a private SABC as opposed to the public SABC. So the public SABC would be SABC 1, 2, and 3.
Masuku disputes that there was dishonesty from Motsoeneng for receiving money that was not due to him.
It's important for a litigant to have and also important for the courts themselves, when they look at a case like this one, where the actual money paid into Mr. Motsoeneng's account was 6 million, but the actual money sought by the SABC is 18 million. Invariably, one must look at it and say, but no, wait a minute. On this particular issue, what is it that, is it fair to ask for a litigant to pay 18 million for money that, for having received 6 million? I mean, what is the legal basis on which the SABC should be given 18 million rather than 6 million?
SABC questioned the powers of the Governance and Nominations Committee, arguing that it was irregular for that committee to make a payment. It states that no policy supported that decision and that if there was a policy, it would have required the approval and adoption of the board.
Now it is common cause. Mr. Motsoeneng has admitted that there was no policy, success fee policy. That's common cause. Now if one looks at this, it tells you that because there was no such a policy, then there had to be a recommendation to the board. And our submission is that, in fact, not only could GNC not deal with this, it had to be the HRC, and I'll refer shortly to the powers of the HRC.
The SABC says its former COO should pay it back with interest because he received an irregular payment. It says this will ensure that it recoups the value of the amount that was paid to Motsoeneng.
Surely he must repay. And we also argue that in our heads. But then as to how much he must pay, the issue is he is paid in 2016. And he must now repay today. If he was paid 11 million, he must repay the equivalent of 11 million. Because if we do not include interest, that money has lost its value. The public broadcaster has suffered. That money has lost its value. We cannot then be told that, but it's unfair.
The former SABC COO was also in court.
I'm very happy, especially because for the first time, the SABC has accepted that I did well for the SABC. I raised money for SABC. I created employment for the SABC. That channel of 404 plus ENCO, they created more employment. Today, the same channel is still there, alive, employing more people again. SABC has recognized that and they have accepted that.
Supporters of his political party, the African Content Movement, came out to support him. Hlaudi Motsoeneng, SABC News, Bloemfontein.